This is TMZ's Inside the Ring.
Welcome to TMZ's Inside the Ring. I am Branson Quirke.
And I'm Alvin Rueda.
And we are just stoked to be here. This is a long time coming, Alvin.
Dog, finally.
How long have we been fighting for a wrestling podcast?
Dude, it's been a while now since we first mentioned TMZ Wrestling. We talked about it, I think, after WrestleMania, if I was right.
Right.
And we got together with the powers to be. It's finally here.
It's finally here.
Let's
a little bit
this.
about us, just to give you guys a little rundown on what we do here at TMZ. I am actually the head of podcasting here. I'm the head producer here.
Big dog.
So I just recently came into this role, and the first thing on my mind was we have to have a wrestling podcast.
Amen.
I mean, wrestling is so big. I've been a wrestling fan my entire life, as you have as well. And I think this is just going to be the most fun thing we could do at the office together.
I mean, honestly, man, wrestling is as mainstream as you can possibly get right now, right?
Yes.
It's not only even mainstream, it's underground, independent, all the above. It's like when you're listening to music, right? Sometimes you want to listen to mainstream, sometimes you want to listen to underground music, or sometimes you just want to listen to bands performing.
Right, exactly.
And you get that with wrestling too. Same old shit, you know? Can we curse the podcast?
Yes, we can curse. Yes, we can curse. It's not TV. It's okay. It's okay.
Nice.
It will keep it TV-14.
All right.
Okay? We're not in our PG era.
All right.
Okay.
That's good. A little bit of attitude-ness.
A little bit of attitude era here and there.
Nice.
So, Alvin, what brings you here today to this desk right now? Where did this wrestling interest begin for you?
Bro, I'm going to get to the camera right now. I'm going to look at straight shooting the barrel.
Actually, your ISO's over here, Alvin.
Oh, shit. See, man, I'm a little rusty with this.
Off to a good start,
yeah,
okay?
You know.
All right.
Let me shoot it to you real quick. Let me tell you a little something about Alvin Rueda, dog.
Tell us.
All right, first off, I've been watching wrestling since WrestleMania 6. Ultimate Warrior versus Hulk Hogan, when the Warrior took Hogan's spot to be the top guy. But I was really little back then, you know. I always thought they were all superheroes.
Alvin, I was not alive.
Damn, you were not even a zygote yet.
I was not even a thought. And I'm going to be honest with you, I started watching WWE in junior high, and this was about 2010. Damn. So when we compare years here, I think we're going to find a bit of a gap between each other. But yeah, my WWE experience begins around the PG era, Super Show era. You know Raw Super Show?
Yeah.
I actually saw Kane for the first time. I was my first person I ever saw, and I was terrified of Kane. I went to bed at night, scared to go to sleep because Kane did his job. He freaked me out.
Okay.
And that's where I began. I was a huge Cena fan right off the bat. I believe it was WrestleMania 27 was my first WrestleMania when it was The Rock was host of WrestleMania 27.
Oh.
The Rock was the host and could not have been more psyched. And then it was Triple H Undertaker for the first time. And that was my introduction to wrestling ever since. Just obsessed with it. I've been to countless events. I believe I've been to around 30 to 35 events now.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've been to plenty yourself. You and I both went to WrestleMania and we're just obsessed.
I'm going to pivot a little bit here because we do come from different generations of wrestling.
We do.
So that's okay. That's good. I'm going to age myself a little bit, which kind of sucks, but that's all right. You know, Look at John Cena and CM Punk, still wrestling. So it's all good. My golden age was really the NWO when Hulk Hogan became Hollywood Hogan and Scott Hall went to WCW and Kevin Nash went to WCW. Attitude Era began. What comes to mind why I wanted to do this podcast with you. I used to do a lot of wrestling interviews.
You have?
I have.
And I've seen them. I had no idea about this, Alvin. You sent me this reel of you doing interviews with Chris Jericho.
Chris Jericho jobbed me a little bit when I first started reporting.
Right, I saw.
Yeah. Bret Hart put the sunglasses on me because I made them. I did the 5-second pose with Edge. Among other things, man, I met Rowdy Roddy Piper. So I met some real legends, and I sat down with the Ultimate Warrior.
Wow.
And asked him a ton of questions about the DVD that WWE came out with and his relationship with Vince, obviously before they made amends together. Mm-hmm. So I've had quite a history interviewing legends in the wrestling world.
SummerSlam is my favorite moment of the year. I go home, I watch it with my buddies. It's now 2 days. So much happened this weekend. We have to at least talk about the biggest moments over the weekend, including last night, Raw as well, Raw after SummerSlam.
Good Raw.
Good Raw, night one, right off the bat. The crowd was intense.
Coming in, Brooklyn, man.
Brooklyn knows how to do it, man.
Of course. By the way, where I'm from, New York, my Brooklyn squad, keeping it real out there.
You should have been out there with them.
I should have been.
So let's talk right off the bat, the kickoff, Roman Reigns and Jey Uso defeating Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed.
And a spear by Jey Uso! Reed's down! And all the momentum now with main event Jey Uso! Uso splash! Jey and Roman win!
Okay, now the bloodline could not be bigger right now.
Yeah,
the bloodline is. Let's be honest. The bloodline's it's getting a little complicated right now.
Repping hard over there.
We've got the Oracle, right?
Yeah.
We've got Roman, Jey Uso. We've got
MFT.
The MFTs.
My family tree.
I love this storyline.
Yeah.
I am obsessed with it. When Jimmy Uso decided to decline being a part of the MFTs, I thought he deserved what came to him. I thought he deserved that steel cage coming down. By the way, how does Solo Sikoa have the pull to be able to get a steel cage in the building and just getting all this done for him? Like who did he have to speak to get this steel cage in the building?
I don't know. You know, they have a lot of pull.
It's the bloodline.
That bloodline, the
Samoan
line. You know, don't forget The Rock is part of that bloodline. So who knows what's going on over there?
Alvin, don't even get me started on the final boss.
Well,
if there's one person I miss right now, it's the final boss. I was hoping we would see him come back after Cena and Cody's match. We were hoping. Let's get to that in a little bit.
Get to that.
I know it's very easy to get ahead of ourselves here. Are you a fan of Paul Heyman right now?
No.
Are you a Paul Heyman guy?
I am not a fan of Paul Heyman.
So then whose side are you on? You on Roman's side?
Paul Heyman, you know, even though he's repping Philly, ECW, all that above, you can't trust the dude. He's a little weak.
No, you can't. I mean, and look at who he's been with before. Obviously, he's with Seth Rollins now, CM Punk, Brock Lesnar. They all don't look in the past and think, okay, this guy has betrayed every single person that he's been with. Roman Reigns, he's betrayed everybody.
Look, whether he's the advocate, whether he's the oracle, or whether he's the wise man, he's always pulling the strings somehow, and he targets the best of the best. He always surrounds himself with greatness. That we know about Paul Heyman.
I'm waiting on Jey to become a heel, dude. Because I've noticed that he does the yeet, but I've noticed that he's been doing a little bit less yeet.
Can you imagine an evil yeet?
I would
like
love
a really
an
evil yeet.
I think Jey Uso has it in him. And
I'm not talking about no yeet. I'm talking about an evil yeet, bro. Just like
he
really
has it
just
in him.
like yeet, like just evil, dude.
Moving on, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss. I'm here for this. I'm a big Charlotte Flair fan, and I'm so glad to see her back. But I have to say, seeing the way she treated Alexa made me a little upset.
I mean, look, that's who she is, right? That's who Charlotte Flair is. When you have greatness like Charlotte Flair, how do you not act like that? Are you going to fake it out? She's not faking anything. She's not a faker. She's no poser.
I'm sorry, but I like Charlotte. I do, but I don't think that she has the cred to be treating Alexa Bliss.
She's an alpha. She's an alpha woman. Alexa Bliss, in her own right, is also an alpha. All right,
well, to each their own, Alvin. We'll agree to.
But despite the fact, good match, good relationship between those two. Took down to Judgment Day. Now the tag team titles.
Love that for
happy.
Them. Love that.
Move on.
Sami Zayn defeated Karrion Kross. I was really hoping we'd see more action with this metal rod that Karrion Kross kept brandishing every single time he'd be out there. and I was hoping for some more action with that. It was what it was. I'm glad that this is now not going to be anything anymore. I didn't see anything bleed into Monday Night Raw on Monday, but I'm not a Sami fan whatsoever, and that's where I'm going to leave this because, Alvin, I could talk your ear off about how much I'm not a fan of Sami Zayn, and I think he's a poser.
Sami Zayn is a poser.
I can't stand the guy. I can't stand his theme song. I can't stand anything about him. So much so, me and my buddies, whenever his theme song comes on at an event, we immediately go and get food, get drinks, whatever it is.
See, I don't mind Sami Zayn at all. I like Sami Zayn, but I like Sami Zayn when he has a little bit more attitude. You know?
Okay.
He's really good right now, but when he was like sneaky, you remember when he first came out with the Bloodline, he had his own personality going. Now he just seems to be like, now he just seems to be like, okay, I'm all business now.
I will say though, top 3 moment when he betrayed Roman Reigns, probably my top 3 moment of all time.
Hey man, that put a tear in my eye.
Wow.
Family.
Is it more of a tear in your eye than when the Shield betrayal happened?
Absolutely. I felt more of the family being torn.
I was torn to pieces when that happened, when I was a lot younger, and the Shield is my favorite. I went to events to see the Shield, and to see them break apart like that brought some tears to my eyes.
I feel like I was more invested on Sami Zayn and the Bloodline, rather than the Shield breaking up. They were too powerful. They needed to break up at that time.
They had to.
So with the Sami Zayn and the Bloodline, I just wanted the Bloodline to go on more.
Well, people love Sami Zayn, and that's just the way it's going to be.
How do you know?
He always gets a pop pretty much everywhere he goes.
Well,
I don't understand why. But
hopefully that's over now.
That's hopefully.
Moving on.
We'll see. Moving on to my favorite match of the entire weekend: Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul defeating Randy Orton and Jelly Roll.
The viral moment, everyone. And a splash through Jelly Roll through the announce table.
Man, I did not see this coming. I for sure thought Randy Orton and Jelly Roll would take this based on everything we saw leading up to this, based on the in-ring action that happened that night.
You really think
for sure
Jelly Roll would actually take down Logan Paul?
Okay,
he's a country music star.
Okay, you need to give cred to him for this night, okay?
I'll give him credit. I'll give him a little bit of credit, but
he surprised all of us.
He did, but
he did.
But let me be real with you real quick. If I had the money and I had the popularity of Jelly Roll and I had the training, I would be in the same boat, if not better.
Wow.
Come on.
That's a hot take.
Come on. That's my hot take.
I completely disagree with you. I think Jelly Roll is possibly the best celebrity I've ever seen in the WWE in history.
In history.
You can't make an excuse.
We're talking about history of like Mr. T, Lawrence Taylor.
Buddy, you're going before I was.
Johnny Knoxville.
Okay, all right. We can say that too. But no, my favorite wrestler of all time is Randy Orton. I'm always going to be behind Randy Orton. Randy Orton can take on 3-4 people at a time. No problem. So I really thought.
And he did. He ruined a lot of retired wrestlers from WWE, taking them down at the same time.
Of course. He's the Viper.
Yeah.
Of course.
The legend killer. My favorite spot is actually when Logan Paul went up the top rope while Jelly Roll.
He does this every match.
He does it every match.
New, Alvin. He does this every match.
But the only difference is he put sunglasses on out of nowhere to get those perspective of the meta glasses so he can jump right on Jelly Roll and see how high he was actually up there.
You know what should have happened, Alvin? I would have loved to see Randy Orton do an RKO from that moment. Him jumping off, RKO. That was a perfect moment for Jelly Roll.
Jumping off from the top rope, too.
Jelly Roll to roll off the table, and there could have been an RKO.
But he didn't, and they lost.
Okay, all right. Well, let's just agree to disagree on this. CM Punk defeated Gunther to win the World Heavyweight Championship, and this was very short-lived. Are you a Punk fan, Alvin?
I am not a Punk fan. I respect the dude. He's done a lot in the industry, in the business, at different wrestling organizations. I do respect him, but he's not in my Mount Rushmore of professional
I agree with
wrestling.
You. And I'm going to say this, I'm sorry, but CM Punk is the most overrated WWE superstar in history. I have never been excited when he's come back. When he came back this last time, I didn't even move a muscle on the couch watching. All my friends jumped up. I just didn't care because CM Punk, he's got an attitude. He's got an attitude problem. I'm just not a fan of the guy. And when I saw Seth Rollins come out and cash in his Money in the Bank, I was so worried that somehow there'd be an interference and that CM Punk would retain that title. But when I saw that belt just get ripped out of his hands, I was a happy guy, Alvin.
Wow. I'm not going to say I was too happy. I did give him a lot of respect for wearing the shirt. He had a Sick of It All t-shirt before he came down. Okay. And you know what Sick of It All is? It's New York hardcore. That's like super metal grunge back in the day at the CBGBs, back in the day when that exists in New York. And he was sporting that shirt, probably for the New York fans, which is showing his like super punk rebellious, and that's what he stands for. But I was not super happy with him losing like that because he got his ass kicked all throughout the match, right? Gunther.
The whole time, he just dominated.
Gunther
like there wasn't even
dominated
a moment.
Dominated. First of all, it was like a slap fest over
Dude,
there.
but
it was
I will say...
It was a chopapalooza.
I will say, although he was chopped the whole night by Gunther in the chest, the moment that he hit Gunther back, did you notice that massive red mark on his chest?
He was bleeding a little bit.
See, he was upset, and he definitely included that in that strike.
That was a chopapalooza if I've ever seen one.
And from that moment on, that's when Gunther started to go down.
Yeah.
And I'll give respect to CM Punk for his in-ring ability, but let's be honest here. Seth Rollins, man, that guy walks circles around CM Punk. His technical ability in the ring is second to none against CM Punk. And
maybe
again, I was just so happy to see this. I'm a big Seth Rollins fan. Ever since WrestleMania 31, I was in attendance seeing Seth Rollins run down that ramp, cashing in. I've loved the guy. I think he is just fantastic. And he's going to continue. He is the future of the WWE, and he deserves the World Heavyweight Championship more than anybody on the roster.
He had the two best cash in and Money in the Bank history, right?
Yeah.
He's got that WrestleMania 31. Now he's got SummerSlam. So he built himself a Hall of Fame career just from that. And now Punk hates him even more than before. So this feud is pretty much going to go forever unless they have a retirement match.
Alvin, are you ready for night 2? You ready to get into it?
I've been ready for night 2, dog.
You're a big Iyo Sky fan. You've got the shirt on right now.
That triple threat was fire. Every time Rhea Ripley and Iyo Sky have a triple threat, it doesn't matter who it's with. They have a banger of a match. But the fact that Naomi's in there, who's been red hot lately as a champ, a whole different attitude, and her coming out too with her dad, who played guitar for Kool and the Gang, among other bands. Okay. That was like a dream come true for her. Yeah. But at the same time, she was still acting badass. But, I don't want to give Naomi props too much because I was rooting for Iyo Sky.
See? Okay.
You know what I mean?
I get you.
But she's the genius of the sky.
Never really got the hype. I'm sorry, Alvin. Never really got the hype on that.
Why?
But I'm gonna try for you, okay?
Look,
I'm gonna try to be an Iyo Sky fan.
This girl is the genius of the sky. She has technical abilities. She's fun on the mic. What is there to not like?
Alvin. It's a hot take.
And she's anyone that steps in front of her, she takes them down.
Everything I'm hearing you saying is Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley was never able to beat Iyo Sky. And
okay, I know. We heard that on Raw last night.
We keep hearing that over and over.
She told Rhea that on Raw last night, which is adding fuel to the fire. Okay.
Look, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how big they are. It doesn't matter how agile they are. Iyo Sky is going to take them down with her skills and her aerial abilities. So
Alvin,
boom,
Alvin. It was a great match, right? But I think it's time we get to what's really important here. Dominic Mysterio.
Dirty Dom.
I was going to say Brock Lesnar, but I think Dominic Mysterio, and I've got him right here.
Damn, dude.
I went to Target last night and got myself a Dirty Dom. I also got myself an R-Truth here. Right. They had a double pack. I love Dominic Mysterio. I think his in-ring performance just cooking, man. He has improved ever since day one. He's fantastic. Love the guy.
Let me tell you a little story about Dominic Mysterio real quick.
Oh, no. What are you going to tell me here, Alvin?
I was in Disneyland, chilling, minding my own business, and my wife was like, isn't that Rey Mysterio's son? Because Rey Mysterio is my wife's favorite wrestler. So I was like,
okay.
And that's before Dominic turned on Rey Mysterio. And I was like, is that really him right there? So I was like, oh. And I introduced myself. I was with my daughter at the time. She was a newborn. And I was like, Dominic, you're doing a good job, man. I don't know who he was with. I assume one of his side pieces. Because, let's be honest here. Dom is a player.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you trashing on Dom?
No, not at all. He was a nice kid at that
He's
time.
definitely a player, though.
He was a little
Talk
player.
To Dave Morgan.
Yeah, but he was super nice at that time. But now seeing him, whole different attitude from when I saw him at Disneyland.
Man. When I saw him at Money in the Bank, you were there. Were you at Money in the Bank?
I was not.
You were not.
I was at
you missed
WrestleMania,
out,
but not
man.
Money in the Bank.
Me and Miguel, we were there. Our broadcast guy, we were there.
Miguel, I see you again, dog. You're all over the place.
Again, the Bron Breakker speed over there. Survivor Series coming up here at Petco Park.
I'm there.
So excited. The Wyatt Sicks won that amazing ladder match on night 2. I think that was my favorite match other than Cena and Cody Rhodes that night. Best part of the match, DIY, falling into those tables. Man, I'm trying to imagine being that POV on top of the ladder. What does that even feel like? Just slamming on that hard mat. But great
doesn't
match
feel good,
otherwise.
that's for sure.
I like the Wyatt Sicks. I've been a fan since they debuted.
Yeah.
I think that there's big things for them. I think they definitely deserve the tag team championship.
Yeah, I mean, my top 2 favorite spots in that match was actually Candice off the ladder.
Right.
When
yes.
she was on the ladder, falling.
I think I was getting some Doritos when this was happening. I remember I had gotten
You
up.
never get Doritos during the TLC match, man.
Dude, do you know how important Doritos are when you're watching WWE? This is my Super Bowl. I need Doritos, so I get it. This sounds like an ad for Doritos. It is not an ad for Doritos, everybody. But
Until
I
they
had
want
gotten
us.
up during that moment, I believe. But all in all, amazing match. I think that was
Spanish Fly with Dawkins from Axiom.
Right.
That was a crazy spot.
Right.
Oh, I mean, Dawkins is not a small guy. He's not a luchador. They're like those guys. For him to take that Spanish Fly off the top rope to the outside on tables.
Really hoping that we'd see Iguana.
Oh, yeah.
Iguana. Iguana. You know what I'm talking about, Miguel? Really hoping to see. I'm a big fan of his now. And Penta. By the way, I was really upset that Penta was not involved in this match. Penta completely deserved to be
His brother is, though, and he did a phenomenal job.
Penta, man. He's probably my second favorite right now, other than Randy Orton.
All right.
Moving on here, we got to talk about Becky Lynch defeating Lyra Valkyria. No disqualification match for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. I think she deserved it. I think it's really cool now that we have Becky Lynch, Intercontinental Champion, and Seth Rollins, World Heavyweight Champion. What a power couple here.
Yeah, well, with that match, I feel like that rivalry should be over, right?
I think we're done with this. I think
they
Becky
had their
Lynch is on
time
to other better things.
Lyra can just get her bird ass feathers out of that rivalry, and Becky could just move on.
She can keep making cringe videos about her husband, right?
Yeah,
her hot husband,
her sexy husband.
Her, quote, hot husband.
Does she say hot or sexy?
She said hot.
You know why? Because I
know because I wrote it down right here.
Back in the day, I used to be the sexiest web show host of the internet.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you still hold that title? Or
Not
is it gone
anymore,
away?
man. It's gone. Sadly, it's
well,
gone.
we'll ask the audience if they feel that that's true.
We'll bring it back. We'll bring it back.
Solo Sikoa defeating Jacob Fatu. I'm such a Fatu man.
Fatu.
Oh, love it when I heard it come out at Money in the Bank.
Man.
I was all over the place.
All gas,
States
no
champion,
brakes.
Solo Sikoa, man, what a come up for him. I think that he is just continuing to make the United States Championship matter. I think that he's doing it justice. I think that he's bringing it more back in the spotlights. In the past, we've seen the United States Championship kind of just fade into obscurity, but I think it now being a part of the Bloodline hand, deserved, and I hope he does not lose it.
It's giving me, you know what it's giving me? It's giving me Ric Flair U.S. title vibes right now from WCW. That's what it's giving me. To the prestige. WCW is before your time.
Before my time. Well, I believe maybe I was about 1 years old back then. But again, I go back and I watch as much as this as possible.
So you never battled.
So I'm green. This is why you're here, Alvin.
You never battled WrestleMania 2000 and N64.
No. I've battled
God.
WWE 13.
God damn you, Branson.
WWE 13. No, sorry. WWE 12.
All right.
I'll give you that, okay? Right. Okay. Obviously, Dominic Mysterio big fan. Defeated AJ Styles to retain the Intercontinental Championship.
Good match. Nice boots with the
him.
feather. Furry boot action.
I noticed on Raw that they kept this going a little bit, this rivalry between them. But I think it's time Dominic moves on to bigger and better things.
Yeah.
I hope one day we see him in a bigger title shot. I definitely could see it happening.
That furry boot is getting more TV time than Shinsuke Nakamura right now.
All right, Alvin. Are you ready?
Let's go. What are we doing? What are we doing here, man?
Cody Rhodes defeated John Cena.
To the greatest of all time, Cody Rhodes with a crossroads to Cena. Into the cover, hooks the leg. Cody Rhodes is champion.
Whoa.
John Cena back to the John Cena that we've known since he began.
Can I just say, the SmackDown prior to SummerSlam Night 2, we all of a sudden have a John Cena face turn. Out of the blue. He gave, all right.
I didn't believe it. I didn't believe it when my friend texted me.
I thought it was going to be a ruse, man. Just like a Seth Rollins ruse, but it wasn't. It was real deal John Cena.
I thought it was too. And I thought for sure that was going to be just a work until Sunday and that he was going to do something like grab his belt and do something dirty to Cody Rhodes. I thought that was for sure going to happen, especially when he picked up the belt and he was about to.
Yeah.
Then he tossed it and he didn't. And I'm thinking, what is going to happen next year? I knew in that moment, someone is coming back. And me and my buddies were sitting there, and I'm not kidding, Alvin.
Did you think the final boss was?
I thought possibly the final boss, but then I thought, no, they might save that for later in the year.
Was definitely not Travis Scott.
Thank God it was not Travis Scott. He probably would have busted Cody Rhodes' eardrum again.
Probably.
So I would got my phone out during this and I would playfully play Brock Lesnar's theme song a few times during the match when it would get quiet. My friends would be like, no, that's not going to happen. Come on, man. And then it ended. Cody won. They did their
Respectfully
thing. Respectfully won. It was that moment. We said, okay, for
a little salute too.
Here comes the WWE copyright symbol on the bottom left. It's over. Yeah. Good night, everybody. We're going to go get our pizza now. No.
That is John Cena. What?
Alvin. I told myself I wouldn't be screaming this weekend because I needed to save my voice for this podcast. And my buddies were just screaming to the rooftops. You couldn't even believe it. Brock Lesnar returning. I just could not believe it, Alvin. And then, of course, last night, Raw, packed. I always love the Raw after the biggest pay-per-view over the weekend because then we see what the next direction is going to be between the superstars. Obviously, Sami Zayn, Karrion Kross. I'm glad that's not going to be continuing.
Moving on with that.
Yeah, moving on with that.
You got the New Day and Grayson Waller. I'm kind of interested in that. To be honest,
I like Grayson Waller, and I have high hopes for him. So
you might shoot me for this, but I really like that Grayson Waller match. I thought it was a good match, back and forth action. It was bringing the luchador ability of Grayson Waller. I mean, granted, he had a funky little shirt he was wearing before that, little Jeff Hardiness.
He's really gotten in a good shape too.
Yeah,
he's dropped all the weight. But I think it's great. I really hope to see it for him. I really want to see Austin Theory back with him, but I don't know if that's going to happen. We do have to talk about Seth Rollins, LA Knight calling him out for faking an injury to get out of the match with LA Knight that was supposed to happen before. So Alvin, I'll ask you this right now. Do you think that Seth Rollins was just pretending this whole time with that injury?
Of course he was pretending.
Or do you think he just got some Tylenol, rested up, and ran inside?
No, he was definitely a ruse. But my only thing is, I felt like whether he was pretending or not, he didn't need to do all that. He could have just cashed in, and he would have had the same exact results. Is it because just in case Gunther wins? If Gunther won, then that would be a different story, right? If he cashed in on it.
Of course, yeah.
But the fact that he can do the same exact thing, whether it was a ruse or not, because remember, he came out of WrestleMania. He was looking at Punk, and all of a sudden, his crutches were off. And he's obviously walking, and he cashed in.
Well, he had the crutches, so maybe he was injured because he had the crutches with him, right? Maybe I guess he could have gotten crutches.
I can buy crutches. He probably still had crutches from the past.
No, I mean,
he probably stole those crutches from Tyrese Halliburton.
Alvin, I saw the flip. It looked like he busted his leg or his knee up.
Yeah, with his professionalism.
Was it his knee?
Yeah.
I saw the flip, Alvin. It looked like he busted it up.
With his professionalism and the years he's been in WWE, he knows how to move himself. So I'm not surprised at all that it was a ruse, because Seth.
It is a Seth Rollins-ish thing to do.
That's a Seth Rollins move with Paul Heyman on his back.
Rollins thing to do.
Come on.
I get you.
You don't think Paul Heyman had a lot to do with it on saying, hey, why don't you practice this move to make it look like it's a legit injury?
You make a very good point.
But why did he do it with LA Knight out of all people?
He doesn't respect him.
He does.
He doesn't. No, we obviously saw that last night. He does not respect LA Knight. But to wrap this up, Seth Rollins, CM Punk came in. It's getting heated, man. And I think very possibly, although not being a CM Punk fan myself, next pay-per-view, Clash in Paris, we could see CM Punk take that belt back.
I don't think so, man. The way I see it, look, a lot of people hate Seth Rollins right now, especially for what he did. And not to mention, before WWE tried to pull that, I'll put the credits in once again, and then who comes along? Roman Reigns, the tribal chief.
See, my girlfriend wanted me to shut it off because she's like, it's over. We can go get food now. And then the tribal chief's music hit, and
But WWE does that now. They just keep doing it.
They wait until the very last second.
Yeah, they really think that they're gonna, put the credits up and nothing's gonna happen. But now something always happens. It's like a Marvel movie.
Just like us right now. The podcast is about to end, and you never know what could happen.
It's exactly like a Marvel movie. The credits come in, and then you have to wait till the end.
Exactly.
It's exactly the same. But right now, as I'm thinking, before we wrap this up, we have Roman Reigns, we have CM Punk, and we have LA Knights, all frustrated with Seth Rollins, and all trying to grab that one prize, the World Heavyweight Championship.
I'm excited, Alvin.
Where's this going to go?
And we will
Fatal
talk.
Four-way.
We'll be back later this week. Brock Lesnar, John Cena will be on SmackDown on Friday, so it gives us some time to anticipate this. Brock Lesnar, really excited to see what he has to say. I'm a Brock Lesnar guy myself. Been waiting for this for so long.
Is he going to say something? What does Cody have to say about this?
Is he going to have someone on his side speaking for him?
I don't know.
Because Brock doesn't typically like to speak for himself.
He doesn't, unless he's the champ. So he introduces himself the way Paul Heyman used to introduce him.
I'm liking Cowboy Brock too. So
Cowboy Brock.
All right, Alvin. We got to get out of here, go back to our jobs.
Cheers.
It's been great. Guys.
This was great, man.
Later this week, we have an interview coming out. So every week, we're going to be doing a recap of the Raw, of SmackDown, PLE over the weekend, whatever's going on in wrestling. And then later in the week, we're going to have an interview, whether it be a rising star, a former WWE wrestler, someone in WWE. We're excited to talk to some of your favorites.
It's going to be sick. Tune in, listen, whether it's on Spotify or Apple, we'll be here.
Thanks, guys.
It's only going to get better.